Now on CoastTV News.
Big build. New condos could be coming to Sussex County, but they'll need a zoning change first, where they could go and just how many. Do More 24, a few hours in and donations are adding up, how this day of giving helps nonprofits and how you join in. And tariff twist. The Trump administration is dialing back on tariffs after global pushback. We'll tell you what's changing.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
Nothing to see but trees right now, but that could soon change if one developer's proposal is approved. Good evening. I'm Christina D. Robertus. Welcome to Coast TV News at 11. We begin tonight with more Sussex County development plans, this time near Ocean View. You'll see the area on your screen right now, and developers presented plans in front of Sussex County Planning and Zoning this week. They're trying to build nearly 50 condos there. Coast TV News reporter Brendan Conroy is live in Ocean View with more on this. Brendan, there are two main things that developers need.
Christina, I'm here right where the condos would go if those plans are approved. They're looking for a zoning change and a land use ordinance in order to be able to build those condos right back here. But when we spoke with people who live in nearby neighborhoods in Ocean View, they had some mixed reactions.
This plot of land could soon be known as Gulfstream Glen Cove. Developers want to add 46 new condos here, but that can't happen unless the county approves a zoning change from agricultural residential to a medium-density residential district. If that change is approved by the county, developers will also need to secure a land use permit to actually build. Both decisions were deferred by Sussex Planning and Zoning Wednesday. Still, some people living nearby, like Brian Thomas, aren't too keen about the possibility of new neighbors.
I don't like to see it coming in. I have no control over it. It's not my property. But I do like to see them respect, or would like to see them respect, the people who live in the area already and have established themselves.
Another Ocean View community member, Rob Fawcett, says this isn't unexpected.
You know, it's a legal thing. We're in the development district here in this part of the county, so it's better here than somewhere where they're going to use up farmland.
According to documents submitted by the county, the developer says during construction activities, care will be taken to preserve as many of the large trees surrounding the property.
We reached out to the developers again, and although we did not hear back, according to documents, they say they're going to fix the roads or do anything they need to the roads in accordance to DelDOT if any of these condos are built. Reporting live in Ocean View, Brendan Conroy, Coast TV News.
Okay, thank you, Brendan. Well, new tonight, a new push for suicide prevention in Delaware. A new bill sponsored by State Representative Eric Morrison would create the office to raise awareness and secure funding for suicide prevention. Supporters say it's a much-needed step as suicide rates continue to rise here and across the U.S. Delaware is the only state without an Office of Suicide Prevention. Now, if the bill passes, the office would be part of the state's Division of Substance Abuse and Mental Health. For now, the bill is still in committee. And also new tonight, Seaford School District leaders are now considering metal detectors after a student brought an unloaded gun to Frederick Douglass Elementary School earlier this week. Superintendent Sharon DiGirolamo says she doesn't want to install weapons detection equipment in an elementary school, but it's now on the table, and the district already placed constables in elementary schools last year. We are taking a live look outside now into Lewis, and our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams is going to join us for a first check on our weather. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Christina. Boy, what a difference 24 hours can make. I'm going to show you just how much colder we are outside. It's not your imagination. I wish it were so. But we are 20 degrees colder now than we were just this exact same time yesterday. 21 degrees colder in Salisbury, 16 degrees colder actually in Cambridge at this present time, and we are going to continue to stay colder than usual right now. We're 14 degrees cooler for us in Ocean City, and the same holds true for us in Wallops Island. Coming up, we will be talking about getting warmer eventually, but the timing of it, well, that's the trick to the forecast.
All right, thanks so much, Paul. Well, Do More 24. It's now in full swing across the first state. It's a 24-hour fundraising event designed to help nonprofits raise money and connect with new donors. Coast TV News reporter Ana Sofia Roman shows us what this day means for local organizations in our area.
La Red Health Center is one of the nonprofit organizations participating in Do More 24 this year. For them, the goal is to raise $20,000.
We want to be able to provide health overall, and health really having in mind that we are the dental department. Health starts from the mouth, so this is really, really important for us to be able to contribute to make our community healthier.
The Shepherd's Office in Georgetown helps homeless, hungry, and lonely people in their area. Director Jim Martin says he's very grateful for the fundraiser.
Last year, what happened was we were able to fund almost half of our years of operations. So it's really the biggest fundraiser for us each year.
The Georgetown Public Library is also participating with a goal of $1,000.
All these fun things that the library does, all the programs, all of the events for kids, buying books, that has to come from donations, grants, other sources of funding. So if you donate to the Georgetown Public Library, that money will directly go to help kids, help the community, have books and resources.
Making a difference, one nonprofit at a time.
These are just some of the organizations that are participating in this day. You have until Friday at 6 p.m. to make your donation. To learn what other organizations are part of it and to find the link to donate, visit our website, coasttvnews.com. In Georgetown, Ana Sofia Roman, Coast TV News.
Well, construction continues on a new playground at Canal Front Park in Lewis after the previous one closed back in October. The city saying it no longer met current playground standards. Recent cold weather delayed this project, but it's still expected to open in April, and the new playground is expected to be more accessible for those with mobility issues.
It's a beautiful playground. I've never seen anything like it, actually. It looks like it's very kind of modern, forward-thinking. It looks very expensive.
The city says construction is expected to be done next week, but the playground won't be open until the safety servicing is poured, which requires consistent warm days. Also in Lewis, a pond there is facing some erosion problems. City leaders are testing the waters on how to fix it. Here's a look at the Blockhouse Pond in Lewis. You can see some of the edges have gotten steep and jagged there. City officials say they have 3 ideas on how to fix this, including building a wall along the edge, placing a riprap and stones along the shore, or building a living wall, a natural layer that would protect the shoreline. Lewis's assistant city manager says they've been watching the erosion for several months now.
I do recommend that we do the project all at once and not in stages, because if we repair one section, the wave action will just go to where it's open and it will continue to erode.
The Lewis City Council will discuss those options at their meeting this coming Monday. If a decision is made, city leaders say a study will need to be done before any design is implemented. Now to Ocean City, there's nothing like movies on the big screen, and if you're big into films, this weekend is for you, because Ocean City's 9th annual film festival, it's now underway. It started today. It's a 4-day event. It's going to feature a diverse selection of films from regional and international filmmakers. They'll be played across different venues in town. The assistant manager for Flagship Cinemas is preparing for another year of big crowds.
And then last year, like I was telling you, the walls were lined. The hallway was lined with people. And they weren't just getting concessions, they were trying to really get in and see some of the shows.
Flagship Cinemas will be playing films all day, Friday and Saturday, so you can expect it to be packed this weekend. Delaware Governor Matt Meyer has come up with a plan to fight back against soaring electric bills. He's demanding Delmarva Power give customers an immediate reduction in rates. The governor also says he wants to put in place people who will help customers fight back against unfair rate hikes. And Meyer is supporting 3 bills in the Senate that strengthen protections for customers increase transparency about decisions that are made, and prevents utilities from using customers' bill payments to do things like lobbying and political contributions. It's music to the ears of power customers.
I don't know what they can do. I mean, it costs a certain amount to produce it, and like maybe even if the company is making a lot of money, I mean, you can't.
Delmarva Power and Delmarva Power is blaming these bills on unseasonably cold temperatures and not significant rate adjustments. However, the company did implement an average 9% rate hike for customers on January 1st. Now to national news. President Donald Trump is backtracking. 2 days after the president imposed blanket 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico and doubled tariffs on imports from China, he announced today that he would be delaying tariffs on Mexico and Canada. Sherelle Hubbard has the latest on the on-again, off-again situation.
President Donald Trump signed executive actions suspending tariffs on Mexico and Canada for 1 month. This comes after volatile tariff news has sent stocks sinking and consumer confidence plunging this week. But Trump says markets weren't a factor in the tariff delay.
No, nothing to do with the market. I'm not even looking at the market.
He said the decision was made out of respect for Mexico's president. The delay extended to Canada as well.
What a mess President Trump has created here.
Ontario Premier Doug Ford says his province is implementing a 25% tariff on electricity exports to 3 U.S. states next week. Those states, Minnesota, Michigan, and New York. Monday, he also threatened to cut off Ontario energy exports to the U.S. if Trump's tariffs on Canadian goods remained in place. Just one of the retaliatory measures that Canada has implemented in the trade war.
I think that the Canadians are saying, look, we're being bullied, and the only way to deal with a bully is to not back down.
Economists warn that American consumers will ultimately pay the price in a trade war.
That next trip to the supermarket's going to be a whole lot more uncomfortable.
They say U.S. companies and consumers will ultimately be responsible for paying the tariffs, and the economic tit for tat may ruin consumer confidence. I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
And President Trump said the tariffs would be delayed until April 2nd. And we are just getting started this evening. Coming up, chicks are selling fast with egg prices on the rise, where people are flocking to buy them. But first, former bassist gives back. A member of the Band Bad Company now supporting kids and young adults through food and music on the coast.
Speaking of the coast, here's a look at your Bay forecast. 54 for the high Friday, 52 on Saturday, and 56 on Sunday. And the winds will finally die down, or at least dial it back a bit. More on your full forecast coming up.
Let Johnny Janasic help make your outdoor space more relaxing and enjoyable. Shop now and take 10% off all outdoor clearance items. And remember to take advantage of our great financing options for a limited time only at Johnny Janasic.
When disaster strikes, Super Stew stands ready to restore your home and peace of mind. From fire, flood, or storm damage, Stewart Builders Group is your trusted local restoration expert. We'll handle the cleanup with veteran-owned J-Dog junk removal. Then Stewart Builders Group, your one-stop contractor here on the shore, will rebuild your home as good as new. For restoration, renovations, or home maintenance, trust the family-owned team that cares. J-Dog junk removal and Stewart Builders Group. Restoring homes, restoring hope. When disaster strikes, Super Stew can help you.
Make your home cozier than ever during Johnny Janasic's Winter Home Sale. Get $100 off every $9.99 you spend, plus up to 18 months no-interest financing. Shop the Winter Home Sale. But it all ends Monday, only at Johnny Janasic.
Many of our viewers might be familiar with the name Paul Cullen. He's a local musician, has a lot of events, pretty well known around here. But did you know he used to be a bassist for a rock and roll group that is now nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? In this week's Coastal Connections, Brandon Ferguson introduces us to Cullen and shows us part of his life you might not be familiar with.
He like me can love to you.
Playing instruments was how it all started for Paul Cullen, now a part of a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominated band. Bad Company.
It's a long time coming, they sold over 40 million albums.
Before the popular rock band, Cullen found himself in the Sunshine State and was a part of his own band called the Boys of Summer.
I met him down in Florida, and that's how I got the job with the band. Is I was kind of hanging out with those guys, and the original bass player didn't want to go on tour, so they asked me. I went and auditioned and got the job after 2 songs and 2 pints of beer.
Cullen was a bassist for Bad Company from 1990 to 1994, touring across the country. The memorabilia he gathered from his time are still his prized possessions to this day.
Well, this was me back in 1991. I had long flowing black hair, and now I'm just happy I have hair. And then this was our tour jacket, leather jacket, Bad Company. That's the tour that I did, Holy Water. And that's one of my favorites. That's our U.S. Marshal badge. It has my name on there, Outlaw Paul. And then I got a gold record for helping promote Holy Water on that tour.
Fast forwarding over 30 years, Cullen fell in love with the coast and moved here in 2001, contributing to the community through Paul Cares, his nonprofit organization helping people achieve their musical and culinary dreams. For Cullen, starting Paul Cares was destiny, creating opportunities and memories like this one.
Alondra is going in May. She is a single mom, and she works for us, but she goes to Del Tech College for culinary. So we're sending her with her class to Italy for 10 days. So yeah, it's really, for me, it's been very heartwarming to be able to help and to pay it forward.
Nowadays, Cullen owns the Room at Cedar Grove, hosting 4 to 5 concerts a week, with all proceeds going towards his nonprofit. He is also a private chef who brings a little more than just cooking.
My happy place is when I show up to somebody's house and there's a party of 16 waiting for me, and I cook for them, pour wine, and I play a private concert for them afterwards.
One man, a few bands, and now food, all bringing people together. For Coastal Connections, I'm Brandon Ferguson.
This morning's weather forecast courtesy of Baths by Spicer Brothers, a Delmarva tradition for over 20 years.
Tired of your old tub? Imagine stepping into a brand new, modern walk-in shower designed for style, comfort, and safety. At Baths by Spicer Brothers, we make upgrading your bathroom easy. Our factory-certified team provides professional 5-star installation in as little as 1 day.
And with our price match guarantee and done right guarantee, you get the best service at the best price. Right now, save 20% on your entire bathroom project with payments as low as $79 a month.
Call Baths by Spicer Brothers today because you deserve the best.
It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce, but don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a primo.
At East Coast Campers and More, we believe that having a camper is about enjoying the adventure, time with the family, and your escape to nature. From the buying journey to seamless setup, we've got you covered, walking you through every step, making sure you're spending the most time enjoying what's out there. If you need us after setting up, our mobile RV medics will come to you providing the highest quality of services and repairs. Come start your adventure in Frankfort, Delaware at East Coast Campers and More.
Tomorrow at 4 on Coast Life, see how mobile homes can be transformed with custom upgrades. Plus, meet Mason, this week's Pet of the Week, a furry friend looking for a forever home. Coast Life, tomorrow at 4 on CoastTV.
Coverage on the road, along the coast, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town, the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep.
It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce, but don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a primo.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
Well, we have a wind advisory through 4 o'clock Friday. Wind gusts between 40 to 50 miles per hour is possible. Then we're looking for sunny, dry, pleasant weekend ahead with seasonable temperatures in the mid-50s. Then we'll have a taste of spring, just in time before spring officially kicks off, by the way. But spring-like weather will return by next week. Oh, my goodness, I think I have hiccups for the first time on the air. There's a first time for everything, right? So anyway, 38 degrees for us in Rehoboth Beach as well as Bethany Beach. We're holding at 37 degrees pretty evenly right now in Milton and 37 currently in Redden. We have wind advisories in effect for all of Sussex County for Lewis, Georgetown, Lowe's Crossroads, Frankfort, Herring Landing, Ocean View, Delmar, Seaford, as well as Dublin Hill. We're bracing for about 35-mile-per-hour winds. But along the coast, particularly in Lewis, Dewey Beach, Rehoboth, Ocean View, and Fenwick Island, this is where we're going to have winds at about 45 miles per hour. And so that's the difference between the inland, we're talking about 35 miles an hour. Along the coast, we're talking about 45 miles per hour. So it's about a 10-mile-per-hour difference. Same holds true from Ocean City all the way down towards Chincoteague. And we're looking for very gusty winds inland and along the shore and around the Cambridge area as well, with the gale wind warning active there right now. And we're looking at windy conditions really throughout the entire Northeast and even going into portions of West Virginia and western portions of Virginia. Maximum wind gusts in excess of 40 miles per hour throughout the entire Delmarva Peninsula. Right now, we have the winds pushing steadily out of the northwest at about 29 miles per hour in Seaford, right over here. And then 33-mile-per-hour wind gust for us in Indian River Inlet. With our forecasting models, it's indicating we're looking for westerly flow of air by tomorrow afternoon. We're up to 36 miles per hour for us in Bethany Beach. It looks like the winds are primarily coming out of the west, and then we'll shift out of the northwest over the weekend. We're still a bit on the dry side, generally speaking, for the entire Delmarva Peninsula. The new monitoring of the drought situation is still at severe around Lewis and moderate for Ocean View, Seaford, and all other areas in between. But interestingly, the precipitation outlook is looking slightly above normal just to our west, but we're going to look for normal precipitation going into the early parts of spring. Now, we have about a 10% chance of rain on Saturday, but you're looking at really a quick blotch here or there, but you just can't bank on that, okay? It's going to be chilly over the weekend. By the way, we spring forward this weekend. We turn the clocks ahead an hour. I want to take a little extra time out to remind you of that. So sunrise is going to be at 7:02 and sunset will be at 6:35. So Saturday, Sunday, temperatures will be in the 50s, and we will have a warming trend that's going to kick in for us. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Look at that warming trend, 70 degrees by Wednesday.
Sounds good. Okay, thank you, Paul. Baby chickens have become a real hot commodity on Maryland's eastern shore. With egg prices on the rise, backyard flocks are becoming more popular, and it's made The Mill, a livestock supply store in Salisbury, suddenly incredibly popular. A lot of people are trying to buy chicks. The store manager says people lined up outside the gates before the store opened, only to be told that the store's first shipment was not there yet. Then around 1:30 in the afternoon, the chicks arrived, and by 4 o'clock, completely sold out.
It's actually, it's exciting, but it's a little disappointing when you can't give them the product they want. So, and then they're disappointed, but they're coming back.
And White says the store usually sells chicks throughout the spring and the summer, but this year chicks are only available in March. White also says that could contribute to the high demand. Well, with scams on the rise across Delmarva, South Bethany Beach held a scam information session today on what to look out for. They say don't click on any hyperlinks from a sender you don't recognize, and if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Most scam calls start out with terrible news that leads to a fight or flight response leading to action without thinking. And this here brings us to our CoastTV poll tonight. We want to know what type of scam do you receive the most? Let's take a look at the results. 55% saying text message scam, 34% saying email scam are the most popular. Just really not many people saying social media, a few saying phone call scams. We really want to know what kind of scams you're dealing with, so go over to coasttv.com or use our mobile app and you can vote. Coming up in sports tonight, trouble across the bridge for the Stephen Decatur girls. We have highlights from the Seahawks season finale at South River.
Delmarva Sports Network updates can be heard on 93.5 The Beach.
What if your morning was just easier? At Wawa?
Good morning.
It is. With everything you need to get your day moving. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
Toyota has been manufacturing in America for over 50 years. Now with 10 manufacturing and assembly plants, pushing Toyota's investment in the U.S. to $48 billion. And relying on companies right here to supply $29 billion a year in parts, components, goods, and services. Which means over 100,000 good American jobs. So if buying American is important to you, see your Toyota dealer. Let's go places.
Hey, I'd like to tell you a secret that most roofing contractors wouldn't want you to know. Did you know that some contractors buy their credentials and pass the cost on to you? Not only that, but your prorated warranties are paid for by you, the customer, up front. At Callaway, we don't pay for our status, so you get the same quality roof at a lower price. When you need a new roof, make sure you get a quote from Callaway Corporations and see why Callaway is the easy choice. Call now for your free estimate.
Callaway Corporations, installing roofs in Delmarva for over 20 years.
Ever wish mounting your TV was as easy as turning it on? With Expert Wire, it is. Our pros handle everything perfectly level, wires hidden, and secure the right way the first time. No stress, no mess, a flawless setup that looks great in any room. Living room, bedroom, office, wherever you need it, we'll get it done right. Don't risk a DIY disaster. Crooked screens, loose brackets, and messy wires can turn into a headache fast. Call Expert Wire and take your TV setup to the next level. Leave the wiring to the experts and make it a powerful day.
In your home, every drop of water matters. It's not just H2O, it's health and home comfort. At FHFERP, we take your plumbing personally. For just $29, let us be your home's water experts. We'll scrutinize every pipe to ensure reliability and purity right from the tap. Because we believe water is the lifeblood of your home, we're adding a free water quality test, ensuring your water is as clean and as safe as possible.
Call FHFERP, FHFERP.com.
Why settle for any meal deal when you can have one you really want? Wawa's $5 Big Breakfast Deal gets you any Sizzly breakfast sandwich, any size hot or iced coffee, and a hash brown, all for just $5. Now featuring our new French Toast Sizzly. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
Up to 70 million people in the U.S. are estimated to be living with digestive diseases. Those illnesses can significantly disrupt daily life, but there are ways to keep your digestive system in check and to help prevent diseases. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither explains how to have a healthy gut.
It's a critical part of health. Having a healthy gut helps with digestion, metabolism, and immunity.
When gut health is good, our overall health is also generally good as well.
Gail Cresci with Cleveland Clinic says many factors affect the gut microbiome, but one of the biggest drivers, your diet.
What the gut microbiome prefers to eat are things that we, as the host, we can't digest. And so these are things like different dietary fibers.
That includes fresh fruits and veggies, whole grains, legumes or dried beans, nuts and seeds, and fermented foods like yogurt. All help gut health, but other foods can hurt it, including foods that are highly processed, are high in fat and sugar, and low in fiber, Cresci says, to avoid those foods.
If we eat foods that the healthy bacteria don't like, it's going to shift in its composition to more of an unhealthy balance.
Cresci says having a healthy lifestyle also promotes gut health. That includes getting good, adequate sleep, managing stress levels, regular exercise, and making sure you stay hydrated.
All of these things together help support gut health.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
What's going on, Coast sports fans? It was a night to forget for Stephen Decatur basketball. Let's check out the highlights from over in South River. It's the battle of the Seahawks across the bridge. First quarter in Edgewater, Malia Blake dishing it to Lila Gunther underneath the basket. She puts it in. Decatur on the board first. Other side of the court now. Ball given to Cammie Burke. She's going to find Carly Hawkins on the slip for two, and we're tied up. Hawkins, she can't hit on this jump shot, but check out the acrobatics underneath. The hustle for the offensive board, and it's Hawkins yet again. South River ahead. Burke double teamed, found you. That's Kira West underneath. Good bucket off the window, and the Seahawks starting to build a solid lead. Now check out the hustle play. Reagan Ogle making it happen to her teammate for another deuce. Decatur still with just 2 points, and it's because of plays like these. Defensively, The pressure working like a charm for South River. The dish underneath to Skylar Woodyard, who puts it up and in. It's 16-2. South River continuing to pour it on. That's a 3 from downtown by Sammy Clark. They would go up 31-4 in this game and ultimately pull away and win this contest 68-22. Meanwhile, the boys squad fell to South River 57-45 at home. You can see highlights of that game and 4 more Maryland regional finals over on our Delmarva Sports Network website. That's it for sports. Have a great night, everybody.
Coast TV News can be heard on Coast Country.
Don't miss the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at the Wacomico Civic Center. Browse the largest display of hot tubs, cold therapy tubs, and swim spas in the region with over 30 spas from 5 major brands at up to 50% off. That's this weekend at the Wacomico Civic Center in Salisbury. Visit spaexpo.com.
When seasons change, the unexpected can happen. If your home or business has suffered from fire, water, or storm damage, let the professionals at the Restoration Group give you the peace of mind you're looking for. TRG's certified restoration technicians and construction teams will guide you through the process from initial damage through complete reconstruction. If the unexpected happens to your home or business, call the Restoration Group today for all your fire, water, or storm damage needs.
Disasters are temporary, relationships are lasting.
The world's #1 selling farm tractor. Easy to operate and more powerful than your average tractor. Mahindra tractors. Push more, pull more, lift more. With more torque and lower engine maintenance, Mahindra tractors are rugged and tough. We know how much you love your land, so we want you to love your tractor. Get your next Mahindra tractor today. Southern States of Milford, improving farming and improving life. Rooted since 1948.
Buying a home today is not child's play. Now more than ever, you need a Leanne Wilkinson Group buyer's agent working for you. Just listen to some of our satisfied clients.
Leanne has unparalleled insight into everything Lewis, which gave us, as buyers, an advantage.
Leanne brings a level of strategy that ensures you will get what you want from your transaction.
Leanne's team is remarkable. They work tirelessly for their clients.
The Leanne Wilkinson Group in Lewis, Delaware is a proud affiliate of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services PenFed Realty.
Are you expecting a child or you're the parents of a child up to 5 years old? First Wave Families is here to help you. Through partnership with Maryland Family Network, we offer resources for parents with childcare. All programs are 100% free. That's right, 100% free. We offer parenting classes, mental health workshops, social activities for parents and children, life coaching, and so much more. Located on the campus of Coastal Community Church in Berlin, Maryland. Visit our website to sign up today, www.firstwavefamilies.org.
Don't miss the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at the Wacomico Civic Center. Browse over 30 hot tubs and swim spas from 5 major brands at up to 50% off. Financing is available and show admission is free. That's this weekend at the Wacomico Civic Center in Salisbury. Visit spaexpo.com.
Well, I know Paul has been reminding everyone, but here's one more reminder. It's time to spring forward because daylight saving time is near. On Sunday, we'll turn our clocks ahead 1 hour at 2 a.m., and this means we'll lose an hour of sleep. But the annual seasonal change event brings longer days and shorter nights. Arizona is the only state that does not participate, and we can expect to fall back on November 2nd.
Indiana used to be that way, and the only reason I know that is because I grew up in Indiana. The more you know, right? Okay, anyway, Dorothy Asola, congratulations. You're our umbrella winner, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling. Now, remember, we're still giving away the umbrellas, but you got to go online, CoastTV, that's with 2 T's, .com, and you can go ahead and enter the contest for the umbrellas. By the way, Ocean Pines, Maryland, congratulations to you, by the way. All right, now, as we take a look at our 10-day forecast, couple of things to keep in mind. We're going to be in the 50s for Friday and Saturday. We go forward once again, just as another reminder. But then next week is really interesting as we get a little closer to the official start to spring. And we're going to peak at about 70 degrees by the time we get to Wednesday. Thursday staying at 67. And really for the next few days until we get to like next Sunday, not this Sunday, but next Sunday, then we will have a chance of scattered showers creeping into the forecast.
All right, thanks again, Paul, and thanks for joining us for Coast TV News at 11. For some more local news and local weather, you can download our Coast TV News app, and you can join us again for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next. Have a great night.